Hello everybody, this is Mr. Richards. Welcome to English 1C. Wanted to take this first opportunity to give you an overview of the course, to kind of go over everything, show you where everything is, tell you a little bit about what this class is going to be focusing on. As you can see on the left, this is where you'll be able to find all of the major sections of the course. The most important sections for our purposes today are going to be the syllabus, which is right here, and the modules. The week 1 module is where everything, readings, assignments can be found, and it's essentially the major hub of the class. Now, if you click the syllabus, you'll notice that I do have the syllabus ready to go. It's all on here. At the bottom, you have the reading schedule. This reading schedule works. It's pretty organized, pretty clear, but it would be better if you were to click this document, which will take you to the English 1C summer syllabus. It's the doc format. And if you go down here, all the way to the bottom, you'll have a color-coded version that essentially goes over our 4 units. So the 4 units are as follows. Week 1 and 2, Voices Unheard. We'll be looking at Black literature in the 20th and 21st century. Weeks 3 and 4 is we're going to be looking at economic literature, literature that focuses on issues of economic class and struggle, Marxism, stuff like that. Weeks 5 and 6 will be focusing on feminist literature, doing a variety of readings, fiction and nonfiction. Weeks 7 and 8 will be taking a philosophical approach towards literature, and we'll also be engaging in the novel for the class. Okay, so that's essentially the direction. Each color represents a 2-week unit. It's obviously a fast class. Now, a little bit about the course, going back to the top of the syllabus. This is an 8-week class. However, as anyone that takes fast track classes know, this is an 18-week class designed to basically fit in 8 weeks. So it's a lot of reading, some writing. It does take a substantial amount of work and time, but hopefully most of us are, having a little more time available considering the current health crisis, and I'm hoping that some of this literature can kind of give you some new perspective in light of that. So looking at the syllabus, I do have the official description, we have the outcomes. You do need to buy Cormac McCarthy's The Road, which is a great book. We'll be using that towards the second half of the class. Plagiarism policy is all there. I use Turnitin.com to ensure that plagiarism doesn't take place. You have the assignments and requirements. Now this part is very important. It is a quiz question for this week. The answer is going to be given to you right now. Every assignment in my class is due on Sundays. Okay, those are due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. No later, and the assignments are always provided 1 week in advance. Now, if you go once again down here, you'll notice that the major assignments are listed here. So you have 2 essays in this course. Essay 1's due at the end of week 4. You also have a midterm in week 4. And then at the end of week 8, you also have a final exam. Essay number 2 is due at the end of week 7. Those are kind of the major writing assignments. You have 2 major writing assignments, but there will be writing assignments kind of spread throughout the course. Okay. So now, if you give me 1 second to go right here. Okay. I'm going to take a look at the modules for you guys, and we're just going to have a quick discussion about everything that is in there. So the module is where you want to go to begin the class every single week. You'll have a PowerPoint weekly that is provided right here. It's always at the top, and that is essentially what you want to click on when the week begins. That'll have everything that's required of you. I'm going to open a new tab for that so I can wait for that to load. You also have your writing assignments, or your reading assignments, listed towards the top. This week it's Aristotle's Poetics, Sonny's Blues by James Baldwin, Letter to My Nephew by James Baldwin, and I Too Sing America by Langston Hughes. So that's a short poem. You have a couple short stories and some nonfiction texts. In terms of this week, what I would emphasize most is Aristotle's Poetics and Sonny's Blues by James Baldwin. Those are kind of the foundational texts. Why literature matters. You could skim that if you so choose. Most of you know that literature matters. That's why you want to take this class, hopefully because you're a reader. But this is something to kind of justify our reasoning behind reading and behind literature. We do have a week 1 quiz that'll cover the readings from this week. You have the rubrics, a couple different things. We also have the discussion forums for this week, which are found there. And that's what a module looks like. So once again, an 8-week class is fast. It's two weeks worth of work in 1 week. That's what you can look at. So it's a little intimidating, but always feel free to reach out if you're stuck or worried. And I definitely have your back on that front. Now I want to take you guys to the PowerPoint. Obviously yours will look a little bit different than mine since I'm the creator of this, but you have the PowerPoint. If you go to the 3rd slide, so I have a quick welcome here. If you go to the 3rd slide, we do have a week 1 itinerary. You could always check the itinerary to know what you have to do that week. If it's not on the itinerary, then it's probably something that you shouldn't have to worry about. Once again, if there's any discrepancies or questions, always feel free to email me. Now, I ask that you first check out this video, check out the syllabus, read this PowerPoint, and then the 4th bullet point is downloading the program Mendeley. Now, Mendeley is extremely important, or a program like it. What it is it's a PDF resource organizer. I'm going to pull mine up. You just have to Google Mendeley. It'll come up. It looks like this. Now, I don't know why this is the case, but the James Baldwin text comes up with this as the author. Once you import the document, basically what you do is you download Mendeley, and then you download one of my readings, and it'll open in Mendeley. You don't have to use this. This is something you can ignore and skip ahead in the audio to the next, once I'm done talking about Mendeley if you choose, because it is optional. But I just want to show what it can do. So here's our first reading this week. It's in Mendeley because I saved it to Mendeley. And what it is it has this little highlight function, highlight rectangle, and you can just highlight and it saves it automatically. You don't even have to press save. If you need help with Mendeley or anything, just give me a message and I can go ahead and help you out. Once again, that is optional, but I think that it is a useful program because we are going to be using PDFs throughout the class. Just something to think about. Now, I also ask that you read and annotate why literature matters this week. You don't really need to do that if you don't think you need it. It's one of those things where I think it's a useful reading assignment. It'll give you an understanding of what the class is going to be about, but not the most important thing we have. You are going to want to look at Aristotle's Poetics. Very important piece. That'll be the foundation of what we do in here. You have the reading assignments for this week, and then you have a couple quick writing assignments. Now this James Baldwin writing assignment, I'm going to show you guys where that is, and I'll show you the discussion boards and the quiz, okay? Now when we go through the PowerPoint, it basically has all my content, everything that you need. Kind of shows you how it's structured. I even walk you through the week. Alright, so that's how it all goes. When you get to Aristotle's Poetics, it's just chapters 1 through 10 that you need to read. Each chapter is like 1/4 of a page long. It's super, super short. It is kind of difficult to understand though. So I've gone ahead and written down summaries for you in my PowerPoint. So you have all that stuff available to you if it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, don't get scared of the class. Don't freak out. It's hard reading, but it will help you understand basically how we're hoping to look at this literature over the course of the semester. And we go up here. Let's see, I lost my place. Here we go. So in terms of unpacking the Poetics, I do want you to know these terms. They are going to be on the quiz this week. Hamartia, catharsis, hubris, anagresis, and nemesis. Look up those terms. If my definitions don't do enough for you, you can Google them, but the definitions are all there, and that's really all you need. Now, in the PowerPoint, I'll always kind of walk you through the week in order of what I would do. I have this little slide about our first unit. That's Unit 1, Voices Unheard, the Art of Black Literature. And then I kind of talk to you about, hey, before you read these pieces, here are some things you should think about. These are not required. They're just questions to think about, and they'll help you understand the writing assignment once you get to it. Okay, so that gets you through kind of my PowerPoint. You look at the PowerPoint. Once you're done with the PowerPoint, you go back here and you have the module. Now, the readings are right here. So remember how I said you want to download Mendeley. What you would do is if you had Mendeley, you click a reading assignment, it will pop up in here, which is fine. Maybe you don't want to annotate. You don't need to. It's there. That's fine. But what I would always suggest is clicking that, waiting for it to open, and then it'll open like that. Okay, you go here, depending on your browser, you save it, and that's that. Now, once you save it, you open it in Mendeley, and you can annotate it or whatever. You can also open it in preview. There's different things that you can open depending on your computer. Once again, I just think it's important that you download these PDFs and annotate them. Okay, that is something that I think will help you. All right, now looking more at the module. Each section of the module will have an assignment or a reading. We have our introductions discussion assignment, our Baldwin discussion. These are just quick little assignments that get us thinking about the piece. The introduction discussion is important. I do need you guys to complete that, even though every assignment is due on Sunday. Once again, quiz question due on Sunday. This particular discussion, I do need it earlier than that because of the college needing the census of who's staying in the class. So basically, if you don't post on the introduction discussion by this Friday, I will need to drop you from the course, okay? I will need to drop you from the course. It is extremely important that you complete that discussion or you may get dropped from the course. Additionally, you have the week 1 quiz. It is timed. If you click all this stuff, it'll give you the directions. So week 1 quiz, we click it. There's your directions. All right. If you go back to modules and you click, say, where's that at? There we go. The Baldwin and Hughes analysis. That's a writing assignment. It says click here for directions. You click it and you'll have all the directions. Okay, so that's how everything is provided to you. Modules, modules, modules. I think that just about does it. What I would suggest is kind of just looking around, starting with the PowerPoint, and then jumping into to the readings. Now, once again, it's an 8-week class. There's a lot of stuff that we got to do. We basically start today. So it's really important that even, it's Monday right now. It's actually important that you start now and you take a look at some of this stuff. You can ask me questions if you want, anything along those lines, message me. Now, in terms of contacting me, you want to contact me only on Canvas. Only on Canvas, only on Canvas. So if you go here, we have our inbox. You click that and you can message me or via Canvas chat. Do not email me, please. I don't check my email as often as I check Canvas. If you message me on Canvas, I can answer you very, very quickly. So make sure that you do that if you have questions. I think that just about does it. If there's anything else you guys need from me, please feel free to email me at any point. I think it's going to be a fun semester. I think these are going to be some really powerful reading assignments that you will enjoy. And I hope that you learn much over the course of this semester. See you next week.